The horrific house explosion that killed a 12-year-old girl, leading to recent widespread evacuations in Northwest Dallas, has left many Atmos customers wondering if they too have leaks in their neighborhood. When natural gas leaks, the only way for us to know is by that distinct odor.
But the CBS 11 I-team has learned that familiar rotten egg smell we're so used to isn't always necessarily a given. Investigator Ginger Allen tonight with some pretty disturbing findings. Ginger?
You know, you should always smell natural gas, but we've discovered that you may not, and that could be deadly. The video you're about to see is unsettling, but it's also a wake-up call for anyone near natural gas.
Will somebody help me, please? They're coming, man.
Police body cams captured Raul Pedroza's unimaginable agony.
10-4, we've got one ambulance on scene.
Moments after a 6-foot ball of flame engulfed him and set his Stephenville home on fire last Mother's Day.
Stephenville 911, where is your emergency? Fire! People on fire!
The 911 call came from Pedroza's best friend, Russell McEllier, also severely burned while rushing Pedroza out the front door before the back of the house exploded.
The main thing I remember is somebody yelling for help out here.
Neighbor Dan Young recalls the chaos vividly, Pedroza wailing from across the street.
The one that was really burned stayed on the steps.
McEllier on the curb.
The house has gas.
I wonder if that just blew up into space.
It looked like it all over him.
That's why I don't like gas, man.
Has the neighborhood always wondered what happened?
Yeah.
A year later, Raul Pedroza's family says it has the terrifying answer. The 57-year-old Navy veteran was so badly burned, he's unrecognizable. They are now suing Atmos, saying Pedroza and his friend never smelled gas before lighting the stove to cook lunch.
On March 18, 1937, this schoolhouse in the quiet little town of New London, Texas, was suddenly torn to pieces by a terrifying explosion.
They didn't smell gas at the East Texas school either. Natural gas is tasteless, invisible, and odor-free. But after nearly 300 children and adults were killed, Texas became the first state to require adding that pungent odor we all recognize. Federal law requires odorant to be injected before gas ever reaches your home. But odorization is not bulletproof. The I-team has learned scientists and safety experts have warned for years that odor can fade or lose its smell for a number of reasons, including pipeline age, length, and composite, not enough odorant added to begin with, or absorption into pipe walls and soil. Dallas attorney Dean Gresham represents the Pedroza family.
I've never heard of the concept of odor fade. It's not something that I believe is public knowledge.
The Railroad Commission regulates gas utilities in Texas. In an email to the I-team, a spokeswoman for the agency writes, the terms you are using, odor fade and odor loss, are not found in state or federal pipeline safety rules, nor public awareness or education requirements. On its website, Atmos makes a brief mention that in certain rare situations, the odor intensity can be diminished by physical and/or chemical processes. Texas law requires utilities to conduct odor tests once a year.
But it does not require Atmos or any other gas company to actually report those results to the state, to the federal government, or to the public.
What good does that do then?
Absolutely none.
The I-team interviewed his brother and sister-in-law via Skype.
Does Raul talk about what happened?
He doesn't want to hear about it, and I can see why. You know, he asked to see a picture of himself, and we took a picture of him, let him see himself, and he just said, wow, is that me?
They recently moved Pedroza, who lived alone, to a hospital closer to them in California. Back in Stephenville, investigators ruled the fire an accident fueled by an open gas valve. Regardless, Pedroza's family maintains he and his friend should have smelled that dangerous gas collecting in his home.
I'm concerned that this doesn't happen to somebody else.
Oh my God.
To see Raul literally burning alive on the body cam footage, it's beyond anger. His life is forever changed, and unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to change that, but we can inform the public and make this an important public safety issue.
So Atmos sent us a statement saying it had no evidence that odor fade occurred at the Pedrosa's house. We have learned the Pedrosas aren't the first to sue Atmos over odor fade. These are some other Texas lawsuits, some fatalities in recent years that all make the same claim.
I think it's scary to say the least, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You can't smell anything. So bottom line, with what you've learned, what can anybody do? What can anyone do to protect themselves? Is there anything?
Well, what scientists have told us is you probably have a smoke detector. You have a carbon monoxide detector, most likely.
Yeah.
Well, this is a natural gas detector. So most of the experts say you need one of these as well. This costs anywhere from $40 to $80. I do need to tell you, critics say you have to be careful where you mount this, and it also creates false alarms. If you get one, you need to make sure you get one that is UL certified for safety.
Are these probably in the same aisle that we've seen? Because I think all our focus, we look for the fire detection,
Yes.
Carbon monoxide.
right? I don't know that I've ever seen that.
No, and the good thing is when I went searching for this, this actually has all three on it. So you can find a device that has all three.
Great
There you
advice.
go. Absolutely.
Thank you, Ginger.
We appreciate this story. Wow. Okay. Very eye-opening. If you have a tip or question for the CBS 11 I-Team, email best way to get in touch with them, iteam@ktvt.com. Thank you.